looking pretty good. Let me turn then to certification. What do I mean by that? And Dan, if I can get your help getting back to screen share to the Potomac Peddlers um, website. Okay. So so we've not done this in the past, but the members of the XCOM sort of late last year dealing with the reality that we are losing membership and trying to sort out what's under our control to turn that situation around. Just in our brainstorming and casual discussion, I think it was almost unanimous that everyone on the XCOM had been on a club ride where they had a unhappy experience, where the ride turned out to be unsafe, or it turned out to be at a different pace than was advertised, or where the person dropped or observed that somebody was dropped and nobody took care of it. So, I mean, this is not the majority. It's not the usual, but just the reality that every one of the XCOM members had an experience like this suggested that we as a club need to be much more attentive to how we express our expectations of ride leadership, how we support our ride leaders so that the minimum standard acceptable is clearly communicated, and that we provide the resources to ride leaders to refresh, remind themselves of that, and also to check on rides if we're getting reports that particular rides are unsafe or unwelcoming, so that we can speak to that ride leader and get to a better situation. So to get there, we just wanted a bit more structure. We wanted to have a certification process, and it's really quite simple. Only three things are involved. One is that you go through the training. Today is the training. If you are here today, check. If you're online listening in, check. If somebody comes along later in the year who has not participated in this symposium, we'll have a recording online. They can watch it there. That training is done. Check. Second thing is that you read and review the Ride Leader Guidelines. It's a 4-page document. Won't take you long to read. So second step is you read those guidelines. And the third is that let me just finish the third and then I'll come back. Yes, I'm going to show you exactly where they are in just a second. And the third thing is to attest that you have done the training, that you have read the guidelines, and that you will do your best to implement those guidelines. Do those three things and you are a certified ride leader. So how do you actually, in reality, do that? I'm going to try to find the cursor here. It takes Dan's, there it is. Under rides, go to Ride Leader Certification. Certification is easy and consists of attending the Ride Leader Symposium. Down here, you've got the link to the recording to the 2023 Ride Leader Symposium, and we will edit today's and put that up as well. That's the training component. Second part is review the Ride Leader Guidelines. There's a link here, click on it. There are the guidelines. They're not a lot different from the guidelines that were there before, but we've revised them in a couple of directions, just simple things. One is that we significantly reduced the attention to COVID management on rides. That was language from 3 or 4 years ago. It's still there, but it's reduced and put towards the end. We've strengthened the language about being clear about whether your ride is drop or no drop, and a couple of other things for clarity. But there are the guidelines there. And let me get back to screen share here. Dan, what happened to me? Yeah, it should be there somewhere. And finally is the signing the attestation. And this is a simple Google form. Simple.
You see, you got a left click.
Oh. Ah.
Oh, shit.
Um,
Sign in.
oh, Carol's going to complain about this. Let me not take the time here. So you will need to be able to sign into your personal Google account.
Assuming you have.
Well, it's not too hard to get a Google account, but I'll give Carol personal instruction on that. And it'll pull the form up. It's an online form. You state your name, you put in the date, and you submit. And that'll then go to a compilation that then basically the XCOM will be able to review and see who has completed the prior two tasks. So that's it. It requires you to get into the club website under RIDE and RIDE certification. It is new. We'll be listening to you about whether it works or not, conceptually as a good approach, just technologically doing it through the website. But let me stop right there for the moment and ask if there are any questions from the floor, or Dan, if you can see if anybody's got anything online.